zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Williams knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Williams looking for a man. Here's a heat. And wings it incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. Might be changing the route. 3rd down from the gun. Williams looking left. Got his man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Williams to the air again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Unloads to the wideout. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Washington sends out the punt team. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. with this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, and most QBs will tell you it starts from the waist down, and the feet have to be tied really well with the upper body and with the mechanics. And you could tell, drifted a little bit there. Because of that, inaccurate throw.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second and 10, he'll throw again. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Now we get a timeout from the Blue Devils. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third and 6 yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And 3rd down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the 1st down.
Listen, just to be on the field on 3rd down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you on 3rd down, too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They think there's room to run to the right here. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line. Oh, they're after him. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. and he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Williams from the gun on third down. Fires left. Makes a connection. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Williams. Here's the pressure. And down he goes.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Williams will pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Trying to make magic. Oh, he's got some space. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
I really like how the quarterback was just able to turn the page that time, right? On first down, he got sacked. Now it's second, and it's long, and it's an obvious passing situation. A lot of guys would be worried they're going to get sacked again. Clock's going on. This guy was just poised. He saw a lane. He took off, and not only did he get a couple of yards, he picked up the first down. This guy needs to keep scrambling.
Throwing, Williams. Under fire. He's got an open man. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
From the red zone, it's Washington. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And guys, everybody needs to be on the same page. Those false starts in this part of the field, crushers. Second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. Here's Williams to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Touchdown, Huskies! A great catch and run for 6. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situation.
Snags it, and he's open. The tag! Touchdown, Duke! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start on the ground with Washington. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
So now it's 2nd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They feed him again. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Complete on the left to Williams. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Washington coming to the line with another first down.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Williams on the play fake. Bringing the heat. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Trying play action. Oh, he wants it all. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller. You're right. Those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
And he makes the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give on the counter. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your runner.
Pick up a 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
And the Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Walker will fire. Release to the back. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. It'll be a draw. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with the run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
The Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. He is in! Touchdown, Blue Devils! That's his third touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Williams, here comes the heat. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Brought down after the huge gain gets this offense set up at the 27. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the RPO, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Timeout called by the Huskies, that's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Williams. He's got him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. Rushes on him. And they got him. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. First up, a look at James Madison taking on the Liberty Flames. And it's the Dukes looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the returner will be dragged down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Walker to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Throwing, Williams. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught along the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the 1st down if he could have stayed in the field of play. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Punt is in the air. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Walker will fire. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complimentary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position.
And your Washington Huskies will take over 1st and 10.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. And that one will give him the lead. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Williams to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Number 93, set to kick it away.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense will try to get things going on this drive. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had it.
Right down the gut of the field. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Duke.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Play fake, Williams. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Red 54, red 54. Check, check, check.
Leaves it with the back. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Gets the back moving. The run inside. It's Washington. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Booster! Squid! Hydro! Ready to go!
Williams. Quick completion on the out. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Williams will pass. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's a give to Washington. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Williams. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Right back to the well. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Timeout call by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They'll give it to Washington. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throwing, Williams. Pulls it in, it's Washington. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
It'll be 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here.
Booster, booster.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. He fires to the left side. He's got it down the field. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, ready. Ready to go.
Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Booster.
Sends it back in motion. Here's Williams to throw. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Huskies. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Looks as if we have an injured Blue Devil on the play. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Walker to throw. Got his man on the right. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him on the ground. And boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Back to the ground with the running back. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Finding some room. Picks up the 1st down. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
give out of the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the right. Turning it on. Got enough for the first.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He's got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
drive.